Should be good.
3 meters away.
There's our dogs on the other side. Push in a little. Pivot right.
Stop.
All right, lateral, up a little more. Get those guys. Keep coming up.
That is some serious
There's
damage
that
there.
mast. Keep rising up to the right. Keep rising. Keep coming up to that. There we go. Now we'll lateral right and pivot back around to square up with the strike of the ship. So pivot right this way, the other way to get the green guy. All right, come around, come around. Keep coming around till we are aligned. You don't have to go down, just around. A little more. Okay. Now back away from there. Just back off. Perfectly aligned. A little more to the right. Pivot.
I don't see any indication of the rudder.
This way.
Coming in. I think there was a minor glimpse of it.
Yeah. Now you're aligned. So keep dropping down.
There's the mast. It looks like.
Yeah.
There we are. Keep coming down. Looking good. Keep coming down. Perfect alignment.
If you didn't know better, you see a picture like that, you think that's the bow of the ship.
Coming down. Keep dropping down. There's the hull. Straight down now to the mud. And we will have negotiated this puppy. There's a mud line. Okay, now we slide right. Get that white patch off to the left. Yeah, just slide along. All right, a little more. All right. Now go up and in. There we go. Clear that. And that's this collapsed area. We'll get that when we go down the strike. There's that hole. We'll get that when we do the long strike. So lateral right. Yeah, drop down a little. All right, now let's go back and down. There we are. You're well aligned. This is that flat deck area. coming up. Coming down to the mud. There is that white deck. All right, now slide right. Keep sliding. A little more. All right, now go up. There's that ladder. And forward. The flat deck area. All right. Down a little. And stop. And lateral right. There you go, you're squared up. Slide right, we'll take in this guy.
Looks like we're coming up on the
And
starboard catapult pedestal.
Go up that. I think that's the back, that's a pipe or whatever. We worked that over, as I remember. Yep, we know that guy from the other side. And then slide back over to the right. Square up, yep. A little more. And now back away.
So Frank, what exactly are these, would these catapult pedestals be used for?
Should be the rail right here.
They house the catapult system for launching the cruisers' float planes.
Wow.
Float planes are used for scouting as well as recording the fall of shot from the guns.
So both of the, there would have been like a big structure on top of this pedestal.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, and it looks like it's kind of a narrow, well, it's basically a catapult. I mean,
like
a track,
like a track.
Right? Yeah, like a track. And they would use that to launch the plane, but the plane would then land on the water.
The float plane,
and the crane
would lift it up.
Would lift it up,
yeah.
If I assume the catapult led to a very quick launch, but if they had to, could they crane, I assume they could have craned the plane over into the water and it could take off from the water too, or did it not have that capability?
I've never, not to say they didn't do it, but I've never read any of that, yeah.
I mean, a typical seaplane takes off and lands
sometimes when in landing, the ship would execute a high-speed turn to create kind of a level plane for the plane to land in, because they tended to be kind of fragile. And landing on a rough sea, you know, kind of tore them up as well. Yeah. I'm guessing that silver stuff is probably some liners from the funnels.
Forward.
You know, Larry, looking at the after-action damage control chart, I mean, you can just see we're actually seeing verification of that.
Now but now this picture has the bow on it.
Go right.
Does that imply that at the time that this was done, the bow was still there, or?
Well, they didn't know the bow had come off after it sank, so, or before it sank. So this chart just shows where the hits were, and excuse me. But we are definitely seeing damage that would be, in line with what the chart shows.
Pivot back and back away, and we'll slide past that gun.
You know, it's also kind of amazing that the hull is not broken further than it.
There's your deck line. Slide right. There's the gun. Slide right a little. We get some new territory. All right, drop down. Okay. There's the mud line. We'll slide right. We're going to come up on that gun. A little more. A little more. All right, we should come up on the gun now. Let's go up. Here's the turret. Should be right up here. Well, there it is. Pivot a little left. There we are. Okay.
I didn't get good coverage on the aft side of this. Let me do a quick
sure.
sweep on it.
Sterile. It might be.
Stuff here on the
it might be loaded. You know. It's like aluminum.
Wow. Looks like they got shot there, maybe.
Yeah.
That one looks in better shape than the ones we saw on the port side.
Crazy. Okay, coming down.
Okay. Let's go inboard a little. A little more. Keep going.
Okay, got a little gun on that.
Yeah, I'm just looking. We're almost halfway.
Nice. Big old.
Yeah.
So is that the funnel?
Yeah.
Base of the funnel. Yeah.
Pivot right a little. All right, take that all in. Another gun.
Stay still there. There, yeah.
All right.
I'm surprised we haven't seen any evidence of a torpedo hit yet.
If we can get those swapped.
Yeah, these guys
Work
also
that
surprised
over.
there too.
We'll come back to that in a second. We're going to square up and back off.
Where was the torpedo hit meant to be located?
We'll come back to that in a
The
second.
damage control chart shows one possible
All right,
on
we're squared
the
up.
port
Now
side,
back
but we
down.
didn't see that in the area of just under turret 2. But again, we didn't see evidence of that I can recall.
See an eye poker coming out the side of the hull. Okay, we'll drop down now.
Come down.
There's an eye poker right there, right there in the middle.
It's cleared after that guy.
That little guy should be clear now, straight down.
Ben, did you want me to try to switch some of the satellites?
Mud line, lateral along. A little more. Keep coming.
It almost looks like trash.
Get closer. All right, now go up.
Look clear. Got the jetting out of the gun.
There's the turret, should come up on that gun. There it is. Little left.
Oh, that's facing, isn't that facing
facing
backward?
inward.
Facing inward, yeah.
Go in.
Wow. Is that on purpose?
No, I think we want to look left a little. I think we may have gone too far along.
Yeah, I'll come back.
Let's lateral left. I think there was another gun. I want to get on that, maybe pivot around for a second and look left.
Right.
There should be a gun pointed the other way. That one. That one. Straight into that guy.
It's also pointing inward. And Jonathan comments that the Vincennes rolled over to port, so these guns may have swung around under their own weight as she rolled over.
That was, I want to work this a little.
You got it?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's...
There were torpedoes designed with
area.
proximity fuses, weren't there? So isn't it conceived? Oh, sorry.
Are these shell magazines here? Or?
Yeah, back down a little. That's that gun.
I'm sorry,
So,
what?
Yeah.
I was asking that there were torpedoes designed with proximity fuses. And so if a torpedo ran under the vessel, but either magnetic
later.
or magnetic.
Yeah, that came kind of later in the
okay,
war.
because that could be a way to damage the vessel,
Yeah,
and we wouldn't see a direct.
the magnetic exploders didn't work very well. At least ours didn't. But the Type 98 was, or the Long Lance was.
We've already done this.
Was a much larger torpedo and certainly more effective.
Go in and then we'll drop back down.
And the Type 98 is what the Japanese use. Yeah.
I think we've got
the damage would be clearly visible.
Let's see how high this goes.
And that's what's amazing. We haven't seen any of that yet.
And I was just wondering if that whole deck collapsing could have come from an explosion underneath.
Yeah. I don't think in this battle that was.
Let's get this stuff.
This is still 1942, where they were still learning a lot about shock damage and things.
Almost look like a tire, but it's not. Let's just work this over a little.
I think Mr. Womack is right.
That cage. All right.
So is that the second stack?
There's that guy. Let's square back up. We'll get that guy on the next run. So. All right, now we back up.
Still amazed at that deck plating.
And down.
Wood on the deck. Says a lot about teak, I guess.
There's that wire. Use that as a reference. All right, slide right. Pipe. All right. Let's go back up. Straight up. Alright, we'll push in a little and rise. Come left, pivot left. Should be a gun, a little more.
Yeah, this is the one that really
lows. So go straight up and over that. Pivot around it. They're done. Going forward now, pivot around. There's the midship. Straight
How many
forward.
total 5-inch guns? Is it 4 on each side?
I'd have to look at the
pivot right and
the ship's data figure and
lateral right now.
Okay.
I don't recall off the top of my head, sorry.
That's okay. Trying to see if we
We'll
accounted for all of
over
them on the
towards that
starboard side.
turret, but not, and then we'll.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
8 5-inch guns. 5-inch 25 caliber.
Okay.
And now back away. And drop. Yeah. Almost done, guys. Back over there, we got that
Nice
guy.
turret.
Squared up, okay. Drop back, pivot right a little. Yeah. Look left a little. Yeah, this is good. Straight back. That was the back of that.
Wow.
We went
Didn't see
over
the
that.
saluting guns.
All right.
You didn't see what, Frank?
And we have those
Ships usually carried a set of saluting batteries.
straight back.
I
Yeah,
don't
that's
see them.
cool. Straight down. We got that riveted thing. All right. Lateral right. All right. Now we go up. Almost.
You look clear above.
Thanks, Mike.
Straight up.
You got a projection coming out towards you.
Straight up and forward. After we clear that, should be a turret. There we go, right up there. Little guy.
Should be back at the second
There
turret,
it is.
correct?
Okay. So let's slide along this to the left to get the back of it.
There's another, looks like an entry hole there at the top.
Yeah,
Right.
top right, yeah.
A little more left. Get all of it. There we are.
Let me wrap the back of it too.
Yeah. Well, we'll probably get it when we run down the axis, but that's okay. Doesn't hurt.
We got a winch there.
Take in that other one a little too. That one. We did that one, but now we're overlapping. So move forward a little. Yeah, get all of this. And then lateral, slide right.
There's a request for lasers on the shell hole on the side of the turret.
There we
We'll
go.
see it coming
Slide
back around.
That.
That one right, yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
keep going, keep going, keep
off.
going. There you go. All right, so.
Maybe 20 centimeters?
Yeah, 15 maybe. Yeah.
Well, we'll figure it out later. Push in a little. All right, where are we? All right, I see that. Let's go.
Nav, can I get a pin on this turret once again?
and then go to the end of the barrels.
This will be foxtrot.
Okay.
Thank you.
The long puppies. All right, now we'll back up. We'll come back to this one. We're very close to the end now. Okay, now we straight back. Good alignment.
The current's picking up. I'm struggling.
Slide back.
The Naval History and Heritage Command's office is located at the Washington Navy Yard, what used to be the Navy's gun factory.
Keep coming back and down.
So these guns were probably made at the Washington Navy Yard.
Really?
Yeah.
That's something.
Only way to tell would be to see the markings at the breech end, but obviously we're not going to see that.
Straight back.
Coming down.
Yep, I know that guy. All right, and straight down. There's that line.
It looks like a boat boom.
All right. Slide right. Around that glob, whatever the heck that is. Oh, more. I think that's the tail end. Okay, now go straight up. We got one more turret, and then we'll get the back. So straight up. Should have a turret to the left.
Metal's just so peeled
There it
open.
is.
It's amazing.
Let's pivot a little left. There it is. We'll rise up. Guns are pointed the other way. We worked this one over, or was it the other one we worked over, I guess? They look the same.
We haven't done this one yet, yeah.
Okay, and now we'll
second gun here
Yeah,
shortly.
this is turret one
slide
now.
right. Oop, get this barrel. Yeah, and then we'll slide right. Follow the barrel up. Okay, we're at the back end. All right, now, as soon as we get up to the top of it, okay, now we'll go straight down. And we're gonna come around and run the axis in a second, so let's go straight down.
Trying.
And back up.
My the current's coming from port. Definitely struggling to get back there.
All right.
Larry, which gun number did you say we're at now? I had to step away. Which gun number are we at now?
Turret 1.
Okay.
We are almost back where we started.
Exactly.
Incredible.
Straight down. All right. Now we're gonna work over the back like the front, well, this used to be where the front was, the bow was. So work it over while we move the ship to make a run down the long axis.
All right, you guys want to get the ship set up so Atalanta's maybe here, and then we'll start walking down our midships, huh?
Yeah, this ship is the USS Vincennes. We've been diving on it since this morning, around 8 a.m. So coming up on about 7 hours on this platform, or on this maritime heritage site. Yeah, this damage is just stunning to see. Even getting our next look at it just blows me away. Frank, do you have some impressions having seen this for the first time? Oh, it looks like you're muted.
Sorry.
No worries, I think I've got you now.
Well, it's just incredible looking at this video, seeing the damage. Also have up on one of my screens the damage control charts that were done after the after action report was compiled after the ship was lost. And looking at the various hits and all this, what we're seeing is very much in line with what we expected. Just thinking about the sailors, who lived through this event, it's amazing, very sobering.
It's amazing that this used to be the pointy end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, and so tragic to know that there were so many ships that had this same type of, this is just a known structural weakness, a known issue or recurring issue.
We're all new to the game here.
you go back to that image for a minute, Larry?
All right.
Hey Nav, could we drop one
if you
final
look at
pin at
the
the bow?
pattern, it kind of looks like what we saw the color a little bit. What's the date on that? May of 42.
Question is if we get the whole field of view in a pass, or do we do left of center over and right of center back?
Is that in the debris field? Is that from the Vulcan survey?
Yeah.
That must be the debris field.
Yeah. Well,
no, there was a question if we would see the bow, and I think in the long-range side scan, you see it's not close, but there is this image here that says there is a debris field.
Where's your butt cam?
No, that's I can't judge the scale on here.
Oh, where the tether is.
Meters,
yep.
So yeah, it's 20 meters.
Slide
so
back down over these guys.
That's probably the bow sitting there.
All right. Yeah.
Would be interesting to see that.
Yeah. 1,000 meters. Yeah, we just go real slow.
I was just looking at some
once we get
the imagery from
set
AUV
set of barrels behind us,
and it looks like I can't tell where it is relative to the main wreck, but
this is pointing
there
out
does
for
seem
good
to be
reason.
a piece of the bow and a small debris field separate from it.
Like a little silhouette or anything.
Yeah. Yep.
That's an amazing shot with the crab right across the barrel like that.
If you don't mind, I'm going to zoom in just a bit.
Do you know how old the crab is?
I don't know how old the crab is, but I can work on it.
Come on, Megan.
And I'm going to go back to the regular.
Okay.
Do you know what kind of crab that is?
I don't know what kind. No,
We're
do you
just
have
going
an
to go
idea on
straight.
it?
I don't.
Pretty much.
It
might wander your head left and right a little, sort of.
It's always better to
it's a canyon crab.
A little,
yeah, a little slaloming.
So you can get the nooks and crannies covered. So, but like shots like this are hard because I got to come up and then we'll just go really slow. If we can get the ship to do a nice slow pass, then I can come up and down and wiggle and do all the things I need to do. But without sliding Atalanta into anything.
I don't need to tell you anything on this one. You can just run a straight line and slalom a little.
So wonderful to have all our viewers with us. Thank you for those staying up late.
Sure nice to have that pre-map.
Yeah, good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are around the world. Thanks for being here with us.
You're not flying blind.
Norbit's really proven
You're not flying blind.
Well, this real-time voxel map is great. Chris knocked it out of the park. Awesome.
What would be cool if it told us what color we were at.
Yeah.
So you know.
Yeah, that's some good feedback there for Chris, I think. That's a great idea. Yeah, there's a couple red voxels there that are off to our port there that stick up about our altitude here. So
Actually, that should be quite easy to do. Just color the icon by depth.
Yeah.
We'll talk to Chris when he comes back.
Yeah, that'd be great. We're never satisfied, hey? We're like, look at this amazing technology breakthrough, and we're like immediately like, let's tweak it. I wanted to do more.
Okay, guys, you ready?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
You want to drop down and start, or just start here?
I think what I'll do is just we'll just kind of go around this, and then because we got the guns pretty well covered.
Yeah. And the back.
And the back, yeah, I got some.
Just maybe position on the other side.
So, and the other thing I do is maybe bring my camera down a tad.
Do you mind if I take a quick glance at the gauges?
Yeah, go for it.
Thank you.
Larry, can you explain for viewers what this next pass is all about?
Sure. What we're trying to do is create what we call a photogrammetric image, a 3D image from overlapping images of the wreck. So we spent a long time coming down first the port side, moving up and down.
Tess, any reason we can't send
Then we
that
came
out
along
on
the
one of the screens?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tess, can we integrate it in that view,
Okay,
in
you're
the
down back at
third view?
Portugal.
Say again?
You're down back at Portugal.
Oh, thanks.
Then we came along the starboard side, up and down, so we got complete coverage, overlapping coverage, and now we're running a third line over the top, basically, to kind of get that final bit of coverage.
Check it out a little. Yeah.
That's the first view I ever got of the Bismarck.
straight
I
at
came
you?
in on a barrel. I just saw this barrel coming at us. The first time we saw it. and we were towing Argo. So we were not an ROV. We were towing a vehicle, and I see this barrel. I said, "Get up," because the bridge was right behind it.
There we go.
Just touch
All right, guys,
and go.
I'm going.
Do it.
All right, the slalom. Look at them come out in the butt cam.
So I guess I'll favor
There
the
they
port
are
side
in the
here.
butt cam. See them in the butt cam?
Looks like we might have to do 2 passes, or well, we'll see. But oh, Iris up a little.
Look at the bottom camera.
Ben, you're pretty hard to hear. Your mic's a bit far from your mouth. I don't know if that's possible to edit. Thank you. They like to be uncomfortably close.
Did we Iris down, or it got dark?
On the Zeus.
Yeah. Thank you. There we go.
Yeah. Starting to stretch out a little bit.
Oh, crap, I was worried about it. Okay, let's keep going. With the ship's going, right? Okay, cool. All right, I'm just going too fast. Right. No, that's my fault. I'll wiggle. Make the most of this.
If you're watching on channel 3 on YouTube or on Nautilus Live, you're seeing the live model that we built earlier in our dive with the Norbit multi-beam. And that's really given us a great situational awareness to understand how this 175 meter wreck of the Vincennes is spread out on the seafloor, pointing to the northeast, helping our pilots move throughout it, and also will be the rough basic data for how we understand and process the data at a higher resolution and at a finer detailed cleaned up model that we'll make available as part of our expedition products. So stay tuned for it to be able to see and share those. But really this combination of technology, understanding and mapping these sites in higher resolution than has been viewed before, as well as imaging them in higher resolution than was done for this wreck 10 years ago, for some of these other wrecks not visited in more than 30 years. Really great opportunities to apply technology to understand the changing landscape of these vessels on Iron Bottom Sound.
There we go. Back at you. I did see a shadow off to your starboard. Just as an FYI.
We're so glad to have you all with us. Thank you for sending in the positive comments. We know we have family members of folks who served on vessels here in Iron Bottom Sound.
Too, having a detailed blueprint of the ship would be helpful. No, when you merge everything. When we did the Lusitania, we superimposed the map onto the ship because we were looking for where the magazine was to see if it exploded.
You coming at me, or
starting to come towards you? Starting to get some slack in the
nice.
The hull was like that.
Yeah. Having a hard time seeing
knew
where
exactly where the magazine
where you are.
It hadn't exploded.
Yeah, if you can just keep shouting out if I'm pulling on you, and I'll just slow it down.
Bob, we do have some drawings of it.
Do you want me to turn on more of my lights at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lights are coming on.
See if it, especially. If
I don't think he's hearing.
Okay, that's all my lights there.
You might have turned listen off.
Yeah.
Hey, Bob.
Okay, starting to get more slack.
Maybe not.
Coming up a little bit. Okay.
We also have detailed.
Delta 10 or 11.
No, we also have a blueprint.
Sorry, he's saying like essentially like a drawing that we can superimpose on the map.
Oh, okay, yeah.
All right, coming up at you. About 15 meters behind.
Frank, a question from a viewer about what kinds of protections are placed over ships like this. Obviously, throughout this expedition, you'll see some changes to the Nautilus Live website, which include the maps not being visible and some of our normal data streams not being visible. That's due to our obligation following national practices and international best practices to protect the locations of these. But what other kinds of protections do they have in place?
Well, under the Sunken Military Craft Act, usually when organizations want to dive on a wreck, they have to see a permit from us if it's going to be, just so that we know what they're doing. We require no invasive procedures. We ask that they respect the sanctity of the site. And careful about where if they drop like lead weights or something like that, they need to let us know they intend to do that. Excuse me. We also do not release the coordinates of the wreck. Those are protected. And that's, again, as we consider these sites to be war graves, and the fit and final resting place for those who made the ultimate sacrifice for their country. And partnerships like this help us to monitor the wreck sites and periodically, so that we can assess if there's been any, unauthorized looting or visitation to the wreck. So that's one of the reasons why I'm here, is just to again get a baseline for the protections to the ship. We do not salvage anything from these wrecks. Our preferred method is to let things lie in place. There are occasions where we will authorize the removal of something if it is in the best interest of the wreck. For example, last year there was a destroyer wreck off Britain that was shallow enough for recreational divers to get to, and in the survey video we clearly saw the ship's bell, and usually that's kind of something that's a pilferable item, and we decided after discussions amongst ourselves that it was probably in the best interest to ask our British colleagues, when they went to visit the site again for a further survey, if they'd remove it for us, and they did. Another example of something like that, the wreck of the Indianapolis was found a few years ago. Again, the images that we got clearly showed her ship's bell still in the wreckage. However, because of the depth of that wreck and the survivors who were still with us at that time asked us not to, to recover it, even though there was some discussion. We honored their wishes, and for now, we left the wreck undisturbed.
Yeah. Thank you.
How are we doing, Mike?
Doing good. I don't see any shadows. Starting to come up a little bit. I'm starting to come over the top of you.
As we mentioned,
okay, I'll start speeding up.
we do have a variety of protocols to protect this vessel. In addition, we would not display or broadcast any imagery if we were to encounter personal artifacts or human remains. Is part of OET's archaeology policy. So we're glad to have you with us. We honor just the sanctity of these sites and their sites as grave sites. So aim to protect that experience for all of our viewers and everyone being part of this exploration. In addition to the permits and permissions required, we're grateful and to be partnering with the Solomon Islands government and to have received a research permit from the Solomon Islands government in order for the vessel to operate here. That is true of every Nautilus expedition, that we are guests in the local waters and actively work to collaborate with those countries and meet their priorities, ensure our exploration and science addresses their needs. We've already been able to collect some high-resolution multi-beam coverage of the channel between the Russell Islands in the Central Province and the Guadalcanal Province here in Iron Bottom Sound, which has helped. All that data will be publicly available and help support local efforts here to understand these waters. This metal is, what is this feature we're just going over? That banding?
Looks like the lining for one of the funnels.
Wow.
There's the catapult pedestal again.
It's going to be, looks like some structure coming up on the starboard side.
Okay,
Go to the other catapult.
I think we're going to try and thread the needle.
Okay.
I think it's,
yeah.
Atalanta's position looks great, so I think we're going to be okay. Because I'm going to come down a little.
Okay. Coming down.
Just a tad, not much. Okay.
The funnel liners are usually made of stainless steel. Thank you so much to our scientists ashore, Jonathan Womack, contributing there. And that metal is important in order for them to be able to stand up against the heat. Really interesting.
Swing around just
Good question from viewers interested. One of our key collaborators ashore is the director of the Solomon Islands National Museum. While he's not online for this dive, we look forward to having him as part of our contributors online for these conversations. In addition to archaeologists and collaborators from Japan, Australia, and across the United States, as well as other deep sea experts from all around the world.
Okay.
Yep. I'm going over the
Great.
catapult area.
Great, great, great.
Yep.
That's one of the sketchier parts. Done. Yeah. So I am gonna. Now that we're past those towers, I'll drop down so we can fill this all in, because this is usually problematic for photogrammetry. These sort of homogeneous looking areas. So I'll want to get good lighting on it.
It's great flying, Ben and Mike. You guys are doing a great job.
Thanks, guys.
I'm going to lose view of you here just because I want to make sure that weight passes by.
Say again?
Said I'm going to lose view of you here for a second just so I can make sure that weight passes by.
You got it.
Larry, do you have the next step in our dive plan?
I do.
Do you want to tell us about what is coming up next?
Yes. And I just need to turn the light on so I can read the fine print, so to speak. Let me get my light back on. Yeah, what we'll be doing is when we finish up here, we'll be heading due south, basically, and heading to the USS Astoria. I guess that's a sister ship.
Sister ship, yeah.
So that'll be very interesting to see that comparison.
Absolutely.
And not far from that will be the Quincy, which is, I guess, a third.
Another sister.
A third
Yes.
sister, yeah.
Our goal is to keep the ROVs on the seafloor, just continue to explore. Again, something so unique about Iron Bottom Sound, that so many of these sites are close together to the degree that we'd be able to, within a single dive, visit multiple sites. So telling of the intensity and density of these sites.
Back up at you. Yep.
So we'll look at many more than one shipwreck a day, where our goal is to continuously keep the ROVs down over the next 4 to 5 days, and just visit each site like this, get the opportunity to gather this high resolution data, be able to build models visually and acoustically, to be able to understand these sites altogether.
All right, Mike, we're going to come up a little.
Yeah, here comes the superstructure.
This ship was sunk in a, can have our team jump in here. A question of what caused this ship to sink, and it was a combination of artillery and torpedo impacts during the Battle of Savo Island.
That is correct.
Want to tell us a little bit more?
I'm sorry, Megan, could you repeat that?
Do you want to tell us a little bit more? Folks are curious about what caused this to sink. Do we know, can we, the timeline was so fast. The entire attack and combat was within much less than an hour, but...
Yeah, the Japanese Admiral Mikawa, his battle plan, he entered the sound from the southern entrance and attacked the guard force there, which included the cruisers Chicago and HMAS Canberra. After those ships were disabled, Chicago would survive the battle. HMS Canberra would be scuttled the next day. But after attacking the southern group, Mikawa turned his forces to the northern group, which were Astoria, Vincennes, and Quincy. And through some miscommunication, the southern group, Chicago and Canberra, did not let the northern group know that they had been attacked. So the northern group, the 3 cruisers, were taken by surprise. And it was a swift attack, and left all 3 cruisers in a very disabled state. Vincennes and Quincy sank fairly quickly. Astoria would stay afloat until about noon the next day, and then she too succumbed to the injuries. But it was a combination of shell fire from cruisers and destroyers and Japanese torpedoes, which were probably the best torpedoes in the world at that time. And the Japanese had trained well in how to use them. And they were also very adept at night fighting tactics. So they basically caught the ships by surprise and overwhelmed them.
And if I remember the numbers correctly, I think the Vincennes received 57 hits by 8-inch shells in a matter of 55 minutes. So
sure looks that way.
And we're seeing the evidence of that.
This Japanese force they trained, they knew night fighting. This is Congressman John Culberson. They have, it was, as one of the veterans said on the Guadalcanal film that we saw the other night that Bob did 1992, one of the survivors of one of the Allied ships said, it was like the Hollywood high school team, the Americans and Allies, up against the Los Angeles Raiders NFL team.
On paper, the U.S. forces were superior, but in practice, the Japanese took advantage of their strengths, and so they won an astounding victory. And this was probably the Battle of Savo Island, where these ships were lost. Is sometimes considered to be the worst defeat in the U.S. Navy's history after Pearl Harbor.
How many American Allied ships were lost, Frank, versus Japanese?
In this particular incident?
In this battle?
Well, the cruisers, the Japanese pretty much got off scot-free. They didn't.
Japanese didn't lose.
It was an astounding victory for them.
It really is. To see the accuracy of the Japanese shell fire is really incredible. And this was, they were shooting at night with no radar.
Yeah.
One of the major lessons from this battle was the need to improve communication among the ships and the command structure, as well as being able to process information and making sure that it got to the right people in the ship, so that the right weapons were used at the right time on the right target. That was one of the flaws in our operating structure back then.
There were also changes to move in future construction of vessels to move the aviation facilities astern.
That was already underway when this battle took place, but this battle vindicated that decision.
The fires were so intense from the aviation fuel and the artillery powder.
Yeah. When we get to the other sister ships, I think Quincy in particular, we're going to see Dr. Ballard discovered in '92 the effects of that intense fire.
For our viewers, there is no theoretical limit to how long our ROVs can stay down. Our record is 73 hours on a continuous dive, and we certainly have a whole lot of targets here and an opportunity that we hope to keep them busy over the next several days. This is, again, such a unique opportunity to have so many maritime heritage sites so concentrated together, and an opportunity to stay in the water to do them. A case where it will actually be faster for us to drive or tow the vehicles between rather than recover the vehicles, do our post-dive checks, do our pre-dive checks, and get them back into the water. So very unusual for our normal operations. Also, certainly a benefit of the site being only about 1,000 meters deep rather than some of our geologic and biological exploration dives at 4,000 meters deep, nearly 4 times the depth.
Yeah, so I'm already hearing talk about this maybe breaking the record for.
It's an ambition. It's an ambition for sure. Yeah. We put our hands in the middle and set a goal last night.
But never jeopardizing safety.
Of course not. Of course not. And there's many factors that go into that. The weather, the vehicle health. Sometimes they just need to come up and have a little checkout. plenty of things, but we'll continue to assess, and we're really glad that the weather conditions have improved from last night. We had some high wind gusts this morning, but overall that wind speed is coming down.
I'm looking at some of the comments. Mr. Womack writes, I wish Libby were here. She works at the Battleship New Jersey and could tell you exactly. Mr. Womack, Libby is listening in on this, so feel free to ask your question.
Somebody's microphone.
It's Bob. I think it's.
You think we got it?
That's yeah. I think we did okay.
Beat the heck out of that.
Are we?
All right, let me
off?
check.
Let me see what my delta. That's okay. So
yeah, I think.
Oh man. All right. We do have some 6-8 wraps, so we're gonna have to get those out of there.
Perfect.
But let's clear the stern. So guys, if I can have you come back astern, we got to clear some wraps a little bit here, and then. Amazing. Okay, that sounds great. Cool. Okay. Starboard. So we'll have you clear the stern a little bit there, because then I'll follow you around a little. So I'm gonna have to.
Thank you, Bob.
Oh, maybe 10 meters.
All right. Hello to our viewers in New Hampshire writing in to us. Lots of folks all over the world still with us. Thanks for staying up late, or good morning if it's early in your part of the world.
Nav? Is the back bench
you're
here?
good.
You have the position of Astoria?
That's not eerie at all.
It's a cool shot.
Yeah. Thank you. Great job. Great job, both of you.
No, that was awesome flying.
Yeah,
Man.
you too.
Nice.
Great job, everybody.
You nailed it. Thank you.
Okay, great job, everybody. That was really wonderful.
All right, got you at delta 7 meters. And it's still over the stern.
No worries.
Yeah, some really interesting questions coming in. What we're seeing on the wreck is not algae, which is a plant. We believe we're seeing bacterial decay and bacterial matting on the vessel. So rather than plant life, different microorganisms that are thriving here. Really interesting patterns where we can see the different paint differences from its original camouflage, and different types of anti-corrosive and anti-fouling paint along the ship, creating some of those modeled patterns.
Coming up to 13. Okay, 13 meters.
Beauty. So we'll just clear out. I mean, maybe you might be able to rotate starboard two turns.
Yeah.
And I'll follow you around.
Okay. You let me know when you're ready.
Go for it.
Okay, going to starboard. Coming up a little bit. Okay.
So we're going to get the ROV situated here on their,
Okay, I'll stop
get
at
some of the
17.
turns out of the tether, get ready to begin transiting across the seafloor.
No, I'm still just coming. I didn't want to get the float too close.
Gotcha.
Our next site that we are off to is the USS Astoria, a sister ship of Vincennes, also a New Orleans class heavy cruiser that was also lost in the same Battle of Savo Island. So the same story continues here. These three ships were in the Northern Patrol together, and then were surprised by the attack from the Japanese fleet on the night of August 9th, 1942.
Okay, back at 18-meter delta. Okay, coming around still.
Okay. Still, we'll do one more spin.
Okay.
I'll come at you a little.
You want me to come down, or are you coming up?
If you're spinning, you're.
Okay.
I'll come up. Actually, I'll come up to you. How's that sound?
All right.
Okay, pushing in.
Yep. Almost done. We're at -0.7.
Great. Okay, if you'll look at the, or just focus on me, and I guess I'll.
Yep, I see you.
And then we'll look at the stern of the ship, and just wait till they tell us what to do next.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not hearing you, but I almost hear you.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Great. So the plan is to stay with visual on bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we'll set up, it looks like that is a bearing of 181. So we'll set up with Hercules in front of Atalanta in our happy transit position.
Okay.
And we'll have the ship just track a line in that direction. I was thinking we can start slow at 0.3 knots, see how that feels, and ideally we'll get to 0.7 knots for that transit.
And
do you
have the distance?
Yeah. It's 6.3 kilometers, so
6.3 kilometers.
we definitely want to be moving faster than 0.3,
absolutely.
but just so that we can get happy with our setup and make sure that there's no deviation that's going to veer us in the wrong direction. So just a couple minutes moving slower, and then.
And in terms of towing, does it matter at what depth you're at? I mean,
Okay.
So I'm gonna.
If we plan to try to have visuals on bottom the whole time, we'll be pretty low.
I'm saying what's the trade-off there? If we pulled off out of visual range.
Sorry, I can't hear you very well. Okay. I just turned up your volume.
Okay. If we pulled off out of visual range, does that allow us to increase the tow speed?
It should, yes. Yeah.
All right.
With our regular operational capabilities, we could do get into like a tow mode where we're tail to tail. We'd be at about 100 meters for that. Is I think what we talked about to be safe of any obstructions, and with that we could ideally go a knot or possibly faster.
Okay, so
All right, let me check with
here?
Daniel and see what he had in
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah.
But,
Okay.
I mean, to me, I like the idea of if we can stay in visual contact. It's just a question of
Time.
time.
100% a question of time.
All right, I'll come back to you.
Larry, a note on that too. I believe 100 meters is within Norbit bottom lock range, so it's possible that we could be still viewing some stuff. Yeah. I don't think it'd be great data because we'll be fishtailing, but...
We got 15 minutes left, so. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Headache.
Frank, in the order of the battle that night, his headset's off. Mm-hmm. All right. Standing by for the operational decision about if we will transit on the seafloor or tow for the time advantage of exploring. The ROV's pilots, no, we're not surfacing. We're planning to stay on the seafloor and transit to USS Astoria, another New Orleans class heavy cruiser. All right.
If you're doing the, if you rotate the controller there, you can rotate it to, yeah, due south. You see the yellow, and then you let go, and then it'll hold auto head. Largely for that whole survey, I was not using any auto functions. So Herc is so stable, so it's really great. But
Okay.
yeah, and then I guess I gotta figure out this part. This one's the camera position, right? Okay, let me see where you are. Okay. And then we have plus 10 degrees to starboard, and I gotta watch my my spins.
All right, looks like we've got a few folks off headsets, but
So
we'll try
they're
and
ready
get.
to move the ship, I don't know if we're waiting on them or if they're waiting on us. So.
There was a decision. Larry's just off his headset. There is a decision about where we're going to operate.
Oh, hi.
Yeah, hey. I don't know. We'll get Johan and Larry both heard it, so we should get one of them on a mic to share with everybody.
Okay, Johan, can you hop on your mic? Sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, just rather than play telephone with the decision on the ops, Johan or Larry, do you want to give the update on what we're doing?
Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to stay in visual range. We're going to, according to Dan, we can still go at a knot. We can still run the Norbit. And he thinks he can do that all. If you guys are uncomfortable with that, because the idea was that it was pilot's discretion.
We have sonar, so that usually tells us quite a bit.
Yeah.
There's, yeah. So if we want to, what's a good altitude for Norbit that you want us, like for?
Well, I think with the Norbit, anything less than 100 meters would be.
Okay. So you want to do fine. Both visual. So we'll come up just so a little bit is in view, and then okay.
Yeah.
So let's maybe do 20 meters,
20 meters.
Or maybe, well, let's try 15 to start, see. And then Holland, all right, whenever you're ready.
Yeah, coming off.
And then you'll have to drive back to Atalanta. You're getting blown by the current, you can see.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Just note for you, Larry, as well. The direction that we need to go to get to the next ship is 180, which is almost directly
50%.
like broad of our ship in our current heading,
so if that drops
which may
low,
limit our speed a little bit, so there may be an adjustment
or
absolutely. Some discussion there.
Yeah.
We'll have to kind of gauge it and see how quick we can go. I leave it to your discretion. Okay, appreciate it.
For the next 10 minutes. And then it'll be Dan's discretion.
Yeah. That's true.
All right, we'll let our operators get settled in here. There are over 100 ships inside Iron Bottom Sound, so there's a lot left to understand, including some that are in extremely shallow depths, like on the beach and in scuba diving type depths. So we estimate there are more than 50 that are more than 100 meters deep down in the realm where we generally work. There are at least 24 remaining to be found.
I'm gonna. I might turn off your mid lights just a minute.
Okay.
No, that's. I don't know if that's. Can you iris up and maybe even gain Tess? Thank you. That's great. That's great. There we go. I don't think we're looking for super science. We'll do.
And we want to be at what, 15?
Yeah, let's try 1.5, and then looks like your position's pretty good. We'll start the ship whenever you're ready. You tell them.
Coming up to 1.5.
I can crank the gain a little bit more if you want.
That might be a little too much.
Okay.
There's just nothing on the bottom to see right now, so
cool.
We'll just go with that. You'll have to use your tracking to drive a little.
Yeah.
Because there's not a lot of really great features here anyway. So.
Let's see here. Let's try and come down just a bit. All right. All right, whenever you guys are ready.
All right, we're going to get the ROVs moving on their way over towards Astoria, and then we'll have a watch change coming in shortly after. So anticipate some new voices coming into the room here to join us.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, great. Thanks.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, so we...
What? Yeah.
Ship's starting to move.
It looks...
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, great.
So
I gotta... Yeah, I think we're good.
cool.
It's, well, it hasn't taken off yet. It's
All right, getting that watch change in. If you are watching along on channel 1, you're seeing the Hercules view. We're about 15 meters up from the seafloor, so a little bit out of visual contact as we'll go. On channel 2, you're seeing the view from ROV Atalanta looking down on the ROVs, and on channel 3, you're seeing the Norbit feed.
Oh, do we have Norbit running? Do we need somebody on that? I don't know. They said they wanted to run Norbit and have a slight visual. So. All right. Oh.
Larry, I think that was a question for you. Is this a formal Norbit survey or just a watching with the Norbit, situational awareness?
The idea is just use Norbit as a safety.
Okay. Did you guys get that front row?
Johan? Jacob, Johan, anybody?
Larry, your mic is down by your chin. That might be part of it. There we go.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the idea is just to use an orbit for obstacle avoidance in essence, not a formal Norbit survey.
Great, that's
just an added safety feature.
What I understood as well. Perfect, thank you.
Yeah. This will mostly be
give us like a wider
a non-visual. It'll be.
Well.
We'll definitely keep an eye towards your sonars and tracking. Hopefully that keeps out. Yeah, the ship's definitely on a fast move now, so we'll start feeling that. I'll start overrunning you pretty quick probably. No worries. I can adjust delta to keep you in. It looks like they're going more like 190. Okay, 16.
So something that's important to keep an eye on during this, especially, and it dictates how fast we can go essentially, is how much of the jet pump's capacity is being used to keep us going in this direction, and also bow thrusting, because now the wind is a little abeam of us. Yeah, so the darker section is what's set as like a manual limit, so they have it restricted so that only 60% of its full capacity can be used by the system. Exactly. The yellow is what's actually being used, and the blue is
come down
what's
to
the
10 meters, just
determined by the DP system
we can
for
see
whatever action we're doing.
Something. Usually, I can see. We can see it a little bit here. I think there's just nothing in this mud.
Yeah, likely so.
Went down 10 meters.
I mean, depending, if there was absolutely no wind, you were in like a protected area. But if you are at max capacity doing what you're doing and then there's a slight increase in wind or something, then you wouldn't have any bandwidth to adjust or put towards counteracting that. So that would set you off. So having a little in the bank is useful.
Okay, we got almost our full watch change done. We'll get the rest of folks on headsets and in here in just a minute, and we'll get another round of introductions in going.
Try harder.
Hi, Bill, are you on SPL? I'm on SPL, yeah. Listening and talking to SPL. And Hero, are you listening and talking to SPL? Do we have you here? Oh, you're not talking. Yeah. Not yet. Jacob will come and help you. Do I have you now, Bill?
Yes, ma'am. I'm at SPL now.
Okay. We'll need your mouth, like, even closer to your mouth, which is awesome.
Okay, can you hear me?
That's right, yeah.
All right.
Bill, we got a special shout out for you earlier, which was really, really cool, writing in. Your high school teacher, Mrs. McBride, wrote in and said they were super proud of you being out here on the expedition. How does that feel?
That's awesome. You know, her class was especially really helpful for this. So, yeah, shout out right back at her for helping me get to this point.
It's wonderful.
So, hey, Miss McBride.
Hi, Hero. Welcome to your first watch.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right.
Hi, May.
Hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome. We're all just getting settled in
Yeah, we
here.
don't have our front row up yet, but...
Yeah, just getting settled in for our watch change, and then can do a round of introductions.
Mm-hmm. All right. Hi, everybody in Minnesota. Hi, everybody tuning in all over the world. We're excited to have you with us. There are folks watching up very late across Europe. Hello in the United Kingdom, in Germany. Hello across Oceania, and Asia and the Pacific. Hello in Japan and in Guam and Malaysia, Solomon Islands, Thailand. We're happy to have you with us. We're happy to have folks in North America with us. Thank you for being here. It's an important place, and it's really a privilege to get to be exploring here. All right, Tim, do I have you on the front row? He's standing in a headset. Are we ready to go? Are y'all ready to go on SPL? Roger. So Hiro, while we wait for that front row to get all settled in, what was that experience like getting this first view at Vincennes? That's right, we got you.
Okay. Yeah, this is my first time looking, something, the battleship sank during the battle, and then, in the real time, and then, yeah, the amount of those shell holes on the ship is something. It's very terrifying, and then
yeah, it was really terrifying is a great word for it, just to see how consistently coded it was. I feel like I'm really trying to balance this perspective of like how rare it feels to be able to see these, and just in such disbelief that there are 100 ships. We've very often on Nautilus been on an expedition where you get to see one ship, or we might find just like a single aircraft or something. So this density is really unbelievable to just anticipate that
My gain's up super high ROV. I'm dropping that down now.
Yeah, it's when we see the history, we tend to think those ships or aircraft just as a material, and it's just like a pawn on the chess field or something. But when you look at it in person, it's like what if I was in the ship, or you start to think if you project yourself in the situation, and then let's say exactly when you look at this kind of site, you can feel.
Tim, are you on SPL? Can you tell me if we're manually flying, or are we using presets? Okay, ROVs are remaining at about 1,000 meters, 1,015 meters on the seabed. In transit across from the site of the Vincennes to the site of the Astoria. Jacob, I think we got you on SPL. What was your impression? So what was it like for you to see Vincennes for the first time? Any standout moments?
You're talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, it was awesome. It was a really, really special moment. It was quite interesting. I was up in the control room taking some photos and video of the action when we were doing the Norbit mapping. And went downstairs for a quick nap and woke up and it was full on spectacular imagery. So that was a nice surprise to wake up to.
Bill, how about you? I know you've read a lot about these battles and about these sites. What was that experience like for you to get to see it?
I just think the fact that I'm able to see it is super cool. It's like these are ships I've read about and I've seen in movies and played in games, and it's really a privilege to be here and be able to like be part of finding them and just seeing their current state now.
How did you first get interested in this period in history?
To be honest, I'm not sure. I just know that.
Oh, sorry. Can we get your mic a little closer? Make it a little easier to hear. No, it's all good.
I'm not sure what got me into it. I just know that I think warships are really interesting, and I'd like to learn more about them.
Sure. So, is this a good time for us to go around and do some introductions? How is the front
Hey
row?
Dave, you down there?
Hold off for a moment. Yeah, sounds good. So thanks to everyone who's tuning in from around the world. We are currently transiting between 2 different wreck sites. So we just did a systematic survey of the USS Vincennes, and now we are en route to the USS Astoria. We should be there in a little over 3 hours from now. The ROVs are transiting between the sites. We have a little bit of a bottom, seafloor bottom in view, and we're just moving along here at a steady pace so we can get to our next wreck and survey that. Feel free to send in your questions. This is a great time for us to talk about what we're doing on this expedition before we get to the next wreck. And thanks to all of our scientists and archaeologists and experts ashore, as well as those aboard, for your expertise on the last wreck. And we're looking forward to hearing your expertise on the next one as well. We're going to do a round of introductions for everyone on this watch as soon as our operational team in the front row is ready to go. So hang in there with us.
Dave, you down at the desk?